I called a quarterback in cancer for a few reasons, and I'll just tell the story real quick. My best friend, who is also my assistant, my executive assistant in my company, she got diagnosed with breast cancer in September of 24. At that time, I was at an event in Arizona, and I was sitting in this event watching a speaker talk about breast cancer. And it was Dr. Jen Simmons. She's a wonderful surgeon, now integrative oncologist. She has moved over to our side and has really truly understood that the way that the cancer culture is moving, how they diagnose, how they scare people, how they rush people, she just really felt for women it needed a slowdown. So here I am sitting in this auditorium listening to her talk about breast cancer and the way that it's mistreated. And my friend is texting me that she just got this diagnosis, and there's God right in the middle of it all. And so it's kind of how the journey started. From that point, we noticed the mismanagement and miscare, the fear that's associated with that term when you get diagnosed, and how dramatically they rush you into decisions when people just don't even understand the language. And it was a huge turning point for me because I never wanted to be a cancer expert. No one's born a cancer expert. You're forced into it. And I was drastically pushed. And over the months that we struggled to get the right testing, the right protocols in place, we had to research everything. There was stuff that was in products that people that have that diagnosis can't take. There was stuff that wasn't in products that we needed to find. There was just so much stuff, which complementary modalities, peptides, immunotherapy, conventional treatment, everything that's the whole culture is set up to terrify you. And if you don't choose conventional, what Dr. Nathan Goodyear calls the unholy trinity, right? Surgery, radiation, chemo. If you don't choose that, then you get put over here in this bucket where you're doing nothing, or people think that you're automatically not going to make it because you didn't choose this unholy trinity. And we chose the natural path out of the gate. But it was a huge protocol to put together. We had to research everything. The financial burden was unbelievable. And then the time commitment to your IV treatments, your HBOT, the peptides, the injections, the mistletoe, everything. And finally, one day I was like, God, this is impossible for any man to do. And that's when God was like, that's right. That's why he does everything. And I was like, oh, he's like, all I need you to do is quarterback it. And that's where this whole concept of quarterbacking cancer came. And so I put together a program where we actually help people come in and find the best care possible. No judge zone. They can come in after treatment, during treatment, with no treatment. They come in, we get them set up on supplements, we get them set up on a nutrition plan, we get them set up on peptides, we get them set up on mistletoe, we guide them to any repurposed meds that they need, we guide them to integrative oncologists like the Williams Cancer Institute, Dr. Nathan Goodyear, Jason Williams, Jen Simmons, Sean Devlin, like all the people that are out there that nobody knows about because the cancer culture over here with the unholy trinity wants to squish it. They don't want it known. So what I do is quarterback this care plan. You're still in our care, but if I need to hand off and point you into a different direction, I will. So that's kind of where this whole concept was born. And in it are products like yours because they're so vital in these care plans for people. And we can talk more about that and where Cardio Miracle fits in. But the culture needs to change. I don't know if you've ever experienced something like that with a loved one, but it is really devastating to watch. People get pushed, shoved, and basically scared into making a decision that they don't fully understand. They don't know what questions to ask. They don't know how to navigate the system. And then if you move outside of the system, you're on your own. There's nobody out there giving you the pathway. So that's where I was like, I'll do it. I'll quarterback it.